Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ojai, California. I'm currently on my way up the mountain to a place called Piedra Blanca, which is one of my favorite spots around here. And I was driving up here, and I just saw this is all burned down. There was huge fires this year in California, more than usual. And this was the first job I ever had, was in this building right here. And now it's all just burned to the ground. Got water running, had some rains. That's why everything's so nice and green right now. But this was a place called Wheeler's Hot Springs, which was like a restaurant and like had natural springs and everything. And you could go there and bathe and then eat in the nice restaurant. And I was a busboy in that building right there. And here we are, like, you know, whatever, 20, 25 years later, and it's just rubble. So I just had to stop and film that, and all these burned palm trees are just bizarre. Pretty wild scene. But anyway, time to get back on the road, heading up to Piedra Blanca. It's gonna be nice. Beautiful day. So there's the windy road we just came up, and if you look over there, just in here, that is the Pacific Ocean. And just behind that, what looks like more mountains is actually the Channel Islands, just off the California coast. So we can see all the way to the Pacific and beyond just from this spot, so pretty cool. Alright, so we just arrived. This is the parking lot just in front of the trailhead over here to go to Piedra Blanca. This might give you a little hint as to why it's called Piedra Blanca. And the way up, there was so much fire damage, I really wasn't sure if the road was going to be open or not. And there was kind of signs, but the gate was open, so I just went for it. And obviously some other people made it up here as well, so it is open. Alright, so on the trail now. It's just about like a 20-minute walk to get to Piedra Blanca there. And just to give you sort of some perspective as to where we are, the town of Ojai, which is where I'm currently living, is about 25 minutes away from here. So it took me like 25 minutes to drive up the mountain here. And then the Pacific Ocean is another 15 minutes or so. So just to give you an idea of where we're located. And a lot of flies here right now. So here we are at the first river crossing. This is sort of the tricky part of this little hike, are all these river crossings, because depending on the height of the water, it's either easy or difficult to get across without getting wet. And this one looks fairly easy. Alright. And it's super hot. I only got this flannel on because to protect me from the sun, so here we go. Right, first one was easy enough. If I remember correctly, the second one is a little more difficult, and the third one is a lot more difficult. Okay, so here's the second one, literally just like a minute from the other one. Okay, super easy. Now sometimes, like probably a month ago, that was frozen. So it does get really cold up here at night, but it's really hot right now. There she is, Piedra Blanca, getting closer. And I believe river crossing number 3 is right up ahead. This one's usually kind of a pain, but the others have been so easy. Well, there you go. There's a little gap here that's going to be kind of tricky. I guess priority number 1 is not dropping the camera in the water. I did bring my boots. They are a little bit waterproof. So you can see I'm going to have to step on that one there and just pray I don't slip. This is or I just go for the big jump. But I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, good. So at this point you can kind of just go off the trail or, find a different trail, and it just starts meandering through these giant stones. Got sandy ground here. There you go. Just go around and check out all the different formations. Like that one. That's a trail we came in on. Or I came in on, I should say. And it's April 6th today, and it's already like really hot. So you can imagine in July and August it is just smoking hot up here. And then if you're really lucky, there's still water in the river and you can go swimming and just hang out. It's a really cool way to spend the day. And I've just done little night trips up here and camped, just brought my tent, a backpack, and just, it's so accessible. It's only like an hour total with driving and hiking combined from Ojai, so you can get up here real easy and then just, set up camp and just enjoy the evening up here. Real easy. And that is the biggest one there. You can see a bird flying alongside it. And that big one, you can actually go to the top. Growing up here, we used to go up there. It's kind of tricky getting up there, but it's a cool view. I don't know if it's even possible anymore, but because it was barely possible before. Don't think I'm gonna make it up there today. This is just fine for me. Probably crawl around a little bit more here and check some things out. And there are some things to be aware of out here. In this part of California, there's always rattlesnakes, and there's always the risk of mountain lion. But I've been hiking in these mountains for decades, and I've probably seen 3 or 4 rattlesnakes, and I've never seen a mountain lion in this area. So that's just the facts. But also the other risk, and the most prominent one to me, is poison oak. I saw some little tiny plants of it on the way in, and that stuff is nasty. And it's everywhere around this area. It's just covered in poison oak, unfortunately. Another thing that people do up here, and I've done it myself as a kid, is you can get up these things, you can crawl up there. I could crawl up there right now. But the thing is, on some of these, you're kind of committed to going all the way to the top because it's so steep that you almost have to like run down it to get down. So just something to keep in mind. Make sure whatever you go up, you can either get to the very top or get down. So I've made that mistake myself, and it's pretty sketchy. So whenever I'm here, I can't help but think about the history of this place, and I don't have the records or whatever, but given the Native American history in California and in this part of California, I'm almost certain that this was probably a special place, Among all the shrubs and chaparral and bushes out there, then you come to this place, you'd have to think this was definitely a place to remember and a place to, stop for a while, maybe even live. You have water just down the trail there, literally like 5 minutes away, so that's obviously a huge bonus. But just the look of this place, you'd have to think that Native Americans would have regarded this place as a special place, or at least a cool place to, hang out. So, whenever I'm up here, I always think about that. It just has that kind of vibe. And you can just imagine, what it was like. And it was probably very similar to this. It's just, probably had people in it. So there's the big one there. I'm going to try to, there's a trail that goes around through here, going to try to find that. And that leads to a pretty cool little clearing where I've camped before. And I want to see if I can find that again. I think that's the trail there. I think we're getting close to the little open area where it's good for a tent. I always have trouble finding it. Not this time. Looks like I'm not the only one that's camped here. Although I don't know if this is the place, because it's kind of hard. I don't remember sleeping on stone, but how's that? That's a pretty cool setting. So you can imagine that at night, with this setting, with 1,000 stars in the sky. I can tell you, it's pretty sweet. So that trail goes back, but I'm not sure how far that goes. I've gone a little ways down that, but not too far. I'm usually on that trail when I can't find the camp spot, because it's just back here. Alright, well I think that's going to do it. Hope this gave you a good idea of what Piedra Blanca is like, just outside of the Ojai Valley in California. Beautiful place, beautiful setting to spend the afternoon. And I'm putting this video out here, and I just really hope that if this video does inspire you to come out here, you respect it and you take care of it. Don't leave any trash, don't light any fires, don't screw it up for everyone, because I am hesitant about even putting this video up, to be honest. Because if too many people come here, you know, it's not going to look like that anymore. So, we'll see you next time. Take care.
Yang potensi